Hi, I'm Connor, and today I'm going to show you how to play some really beginner-friendly classic rock riffs. They not only sound great, but are also really easy to play as well. First up, we've got Back in Black by ACDC. Not only is this a really cool sounding riff, but it's also teaching us a few things, like we're using some power chord shapes, as well as single note playing techniques, like pull-offs and string bends. By learning this one riff, you're really practicing quite a few fundamental techniques. Now, if you want to learn the full song, I've made a lesson that I've linked in the description below. What I will say is the solos can be a bit tricky, so if you're just getting started with guitar or you're not that comfortable with soloing yet, don't worry if you can't tackle it just yet. Next up, we've got Message in a Bottle by The Police. What's great about this riff is it's an exercise for your fretting hand because we're really having to stretch our fingers. It can be a little bit tricky getting all those notes, and you can really become quite fatigued and tired when you're playing it because that riff goes throughout pretty much most of the song. Now, ideally, your hand shouldn't get tired when you play this, and that's going to have a lot to do with how you grip the neck. In my experience, you're going to want to keep your hand quite flat, and you're going to want your thumb behind your middle finger. Again, I've got a full lesson in the description below that not only explains a bit more about that technique, but also shows you how to play the rest of the song. Now, from stretching and moving our hand all around to basically staying in the same place, we've got My Sharona by the Knack. What we're doing here is we're mostly just playing this octave. So they're the same notes, they're both G, but one is an octave higher than the other one. And what I like about this for a beginner is we're working on string skipping and also string muting. So when we stop playing one note, we're gently lifting our finger, not off the fret entirely, but just enough to stop it being fretted so that it just stops the note. And we're also working to that really clear rhythm, we're just following the drums. So even if this is the first song that you're learning, you'll be able to get it no problem. Again, it's another one where the full song isn't that hard to learn either. Next up, we've got an iconic riff by a guitar legend, and this is for anyone that wants a bit of a challenge, and that's Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. Now, Jimi Hendrix and beginner don't really go in the same sentence together, but I really believe if you spend time and really take it slowly and practice this riff, that as a beginner, you'll be able to get it. We're not doing anything particularly crazy in this riff. We're not flying around the fretboard. It is fairly straightforward in what we're doing, but we're going to be covering a lot of playing techniques here, like hammer-ons, pull-offs, a lot of fundamental things that are really going to help with your guitar playing later on. As I said, a bit of a challenge. Maybe if you've just got a few chords down and you want to push yourself a little bit, this is the one to go for. Again, I've made a lesson in the description below if you want to learn the full song. Finally, leaning towards the metal side of things, we've got Enter Sandman by Metallica. Now, this is one of the first guitar riffs that I learned, and is really good at teaching you moving your fingers around without necessarily moving your hand around the fretboard. Because we're based in that one position mostly. Again, it's another one that's really good if you want to learn the full song. Because the riff in the verse is quite similar to what we've learned. And we're also working in some really heavy sounding power chords as well. The solo in the song can be a little bit tricky, but if you just stick to the verse and chorus and that rhythm guitar, it's a really rewarding one to learn. Now, there's loads more riffs out there. In fact, I do have one covering a broader range of styles that I recommend checking out if you enjoyed this video. But if you like this video, give it a like to help it reach more people, and subscribe for more guitar stuff. Thanks.